Hey, thanks for joining me again. In this video, I'll be discussing common law application. A lot of people are confused about this because many countries don't have this title. You're either married or you're boyfriend-girlfriend. So what is common law? Common law for immigration, and I emphasize this because even province to province, the definition differs. But for our purposes and for immigration purposes, it is exactly this. You live with your partner for 12 months or more in a conjugal relationship. So, what do you have to prove? You have to prove that you reside together. Now, a lot of clients come to me and say, oh, but I have a little bit of a break. Do I still qualify for the common law? And my response is, how long was that break? So you're not attached to your partner by the hip. You are eligible to go and on vacation with your girlfriends for a week or two and come back. That's okay. But if the break is for several months, you may fall into the category of not being eligible for common law anymore. So it has to be reasonable, and it has to be as to why that break happened in the first place. The other thing is, some clients talk about this, where they've resided for several years. In the past, they resided 4 or 5 years, and then there is a 12-month break or a 13-month break, and now they're living together. And they assume that because at some point in their life they resided for 12 months, they qualify. And that's incorrect. You have to live together and continue to reside together throughout the process of the application. And you can have a little bit breaks here and there if you're traveling for business or vacation, but your main residence is together. So how do you prove that you're living together? Well, it could be joint documentation, it could be property, and it could also be bills going to the same address. So a cell phone bill, for example. It's not joint, but it's going to the same address as your partner. A lot of clients are either illegal in the country or they're not able to join things together because it requires other things like 2 federal pieces of ID and so forth. So how do you at that point prove that you live together? And it's simple. The truth always speaks for itself. If you're living together, you can demonstrate that because the officer will see that you're both in the same country. You both share, meals together. You guys have gone to the restaurants together. Your family and friends attest to your relationship. Your social media will show ample photos and dialogue as to your relationship. So there are many ways to demonstrating that you live together without actually having joint documentation. But of course, a slam dunk would be 2 names under a document like property and so forth. But if that's not your case, I wouldn't sweat it too much. There are other ways to show the facts to the officer. And worst case scenario, you can request the officer to interview you and your partner to ensure the genuineness of the relationship. So again, common law is you reside together 12 months or more in a conjugal relationship. Common law you cannot do while she's overseas and you're in Canada and you kind of travel back and forth. No, the main residence has to be together. If you have any questions about common law and how you can qualify, please do give me a call. Thank you, and until next time.